Today I'm going to solve a one-step equation starting with a multiplication problem. I have the problem 14x equals 42. So 14 times x equals 42. I'm going to use the inverse operation, the opposite operation that's happening in the problem. So currently I have multiplication. The opposite of multiplication is division. So I'm going to divide this side by 14. But when I'm working with an equation, whatever I do to one side, I have to do to the other side. So then, 14 divided by 14, how many times does 14 go into 14? It goes once. So I'm left with 1x. What is 42 divided by 14? So I ask myself, 14 goes into 42 how many times? And that is 3 times. Over here, I have 1 times x equals 3, or simply x equals 3. I can always check my work by plugging in my answer into my original question. So I have 14x equals 42. I can say 14 times 3 equals 42. And then I can actually do that. If it's easier for you to do the multiplication horizontally, you can do that. 3 times 1 is 3, plus 1 is 4. I'm left with 42 equals 42. My solution checks. All right, now I can do a one-step equation that involves division. Currently, I have a division problem. Y divided by -4 is equal to -23. My goal is to get y by itself. So currently, I have division. The opposite of division is multiplication. Now I have y divided by -4. Since I want y by itself, I'm going to multiply the number that's over here on both sides. So I can multiply this side by -4 and this side by -4. Now notice, the 4 is in the denominator. When I have -4y over -4, this -4 and this -4 can cancel out because any number over itself is simply 1y, or just y. Now I can say -23 times -4. Before I get involved with the negative signs, let's do 23 times 4. And it's easier to do it vertically, up and down. So we can do it vertically. 3 times 4 is 12. I bring the 2, carry the 1. 2 times 4 is 8, plus 1 is 9, 92. Now let's look at the signs. I have a negative times a negative. A negative times a negative gives me a positive. So my final answer is simply y equals 92. Well, let's check that. 92 divided by -4 equals -23. Well, let's plug it in. Let's use our long division. 92 goes inside of our house, divided by 4. We'll bring down the negative sign at the end. 4 goes into 9 how many times? Twice. 4 times 2 is 8. Subtract that, gives me 1. Bring down the 2. 4 goes into 12 how many times? 3 times. 4 times 3 is 12. Remainder of 0. It was a negative, so let's bring over the negative. -23 equals -23. And my solution checks.